Right, I'm going to go through a TikTok shop strategy that I would personally use if I was starting all over again to make a minimum of 2K a month. I'm not going to bore you with fluff, I'm going to get straight into it. I promise you, if you all follow this stuff, it is virtually impossible to not make at least 2K a month doing TikTok shop. You will not see nothing like this again. I promise you, TikTok shop right now is the easiest way to make up money online I've ever seen in my entire life. I know it sounds so extremely fucking cliche, but I'm not on that bullshit. I'm dead serious. If you all follow what I'm telling you, it is impossible to not make 2K a month. I promise you. Just set aside 2 months, 3 months, and do this, and I guarantee you'll make at least 2K a month minimum. So I'm gonna go straight in and go with the main things you need to know. So when you're starting, choose your content style. You've got face and you've got faceless. Pretty simple. There are obviously other sub niches of content styles, for example, like skits, just overall face content, like where you just talk to the camera straight up, and you have faceless clips, or you have faceless just where you record the product. But obviously, I don't want to go really deep into that right now because I'm just giving you the exact strategy of what you need of complete basics. So choose your content style. As you know, face is going to be the best way to get the highest conversions and the most sales and the most money overall because there's more trust between you and the buyer. Simple as that. Always going to be the same. It's never going to change. You can make really good money doing faceless, so do not worry about that. You can do that too. Right, so when you're starting, good lighting and audio is pretty much needed. You need good lighting and good audio because I see way too many people with really dim cameras. The room looks dark, it looks terrible. If you don't have lighting equipment, just use natural light. Most of you have good enough audio if you just have like standard iPhone, anywhere from like iPhone 10 upwards, you're going to be completely fine. It doesn't matter. That's pretty much all you need. And if you can, when you can start investing, get yourself like a little DJI Mic Mini, like 80 quid. Really good stuff, really good audio. It's going to last you years. So from there, here's the exact strategy that you're going to follow to make sure that you can make at least 2K a month doing this strategy. So 2 hours of live a day, good lighting and good audio. And as I said beforehand, make sure when you're on those lives, if you can use a ring light, if you can use natural light, if you have a mic, plug them in, do it. Those little extras are going to help you a ton. You want to do anything that's going to make you stand out to everyone else. And that's why I say to use visually appealing products that I'll go into in a minute. So when you're on these lives, you're going to have a script that you can repeat over and over and over again. Answer the questions that people are asking. And when you start, you're going to have nobody in the lives. It's like, for example, one of my clients, Kieran, he come on me and he had literally 2 or 3 people in his live for the first like 2 weeks of going live. After a while, picks up and now it averages anywhere from 100 to 150 live viewers every single time he goes live. So he pretty much has a license to print money. He goes on there, he can do anywhere from 40 to 60 pounds an hour. Really good stuff. And you can do more, and there's no reason why you can't scale more and more past that. So repeat yourself about the product sale. So when you're on these lives, you want to sit about it and just say every 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just go, oh, I think number on the bottom left corner, and kind of use the scarcity. Say the sale's going, even if it's not, just say the sale's going when I get off the live, or you're not going to get it at this cheap of a price again. The brand told me there's not many left in stock. Anything to create urgency and scarcity to make sure that anyone's on the live is going to sit there and actually buy it and buy it right then, because you don't want them to buy it in 2 weeks' time. You want them to buy it now because you want the commission now. Simple as that. Use scarcity, use urgency, get them to buy it, use it that way. And then another thing you want to do is pin your products in the live, which you can do on your phone. When you see there'll be a little pin button next to the product, you press pin, and then constantly you see the product at the bottom of the live, which from there is going to allow people to see the product and buy it from there. As it's a lot easier because a lot of people don't actually know where to buy it. Because I actually know on the lives, most people you're going to be targeting is going to be 40, 50-year-old mums that are on TikTok Shop on payday, just spend their money. And that's the way you're going to do it. So pin the product just makes it easier. The easier you can make someone to buy something, the easier it's going to be. And that's why TikTok Shop's such a good app, because you can buy products so quickly. So only sell products that are visually appealing, especially on lives. And this does not matter for videos. Do not worry about this in videos. It's mainly this little subsection that we're talking about, the top left corner. You can see these little purple arrows. It's all about the lives. So only sell products that are visually appealing. For example, if you sit on there with a little creatine supplement, a lot of the time, unless you're a big live streamer, you're not going to do good numbers. It's not visually appealing. The retention time isn't going to be high because there's nothing visually appealing to look at. And you'll know that. And the reason why this works is if you remember the old TikTok days where there'd be a little GTA clip at the bottom and you'd have a clip at the top. The reason why they work so well is because the retention was so high. And the same reason applies when you're doing the lives. If something's really visually appealing to watch, you'll get more viewers in the live because there's other people sitting there watching what you're doing. Which, yes, they may not be interested, but the people that do come in from them people watching because of the high watch time are going to be the people that want to buy the products. So, for example, you can use portable washing machines. You can do ceiling fans, especially with the summer the way it is right now. It's fucking steaming in the UK. If you're here, you know how hot it is, and you just use those to your advantage. And especially if you're doing TikTok Shop overall and you're doing this full time, you can sit on these lives for hours and hours a day. and even sell products that, like, I wouldn't say always visually appealing. Like 99% of the time when I talk, I'm talking in the general way things work. Don't always sell stuff that is completely visually appealing, but 1 or 2% of the time, if you're in the summer and it is extremely boring and people would like, for example, a gazebo, just try that out. You know what I mean? Try garden appliances. Try anything you can, but most of the time, make sure they're visually appealing, because you are just going to get better watch time, which is going to push more people into their lives. And then once you get that good audience in the live, and every single time you start TikTok live, it's going to get 150 to 200 viewers. Then you can start thinking about testing out different products. If it doesn't work, go back to what you're doing beforehand. Stick with what works. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. So, videos, 3 to 5 videos a day. Bottom line, 3 videos a day, no matter what. I do not care if you're going on holiday. I don't care what you're doing. 3 videos a day, every single day. Bar none. It needs that. That's the absolute. That has to happen. That has to happen. When you go away, batch film. It doesn't take long. I don't care what anyone says. Once you understand how to make decent TikTok Shop content, it's not going to take you any longer than 40 minutes to make one video. And I mean, that's absolute maximum. It does not take long. So get them out there, get it pushed out. Once you're good, you can make a video in 5 minutes. Really, really simple stuff. And as you know with TikTok, the way products sell is not by having an ad style video, this UGC type of content. Literally just basic content that feels relatable is going to work so much better. And that's why it's really good, because on most videos are literally going to take you 5 minutes to record. It's not going to take a lot of time. If you're completely new and you have no idea how to make content, copy viral videos. That is all you have to do. Look at one of my accounts, healthy_finds01. Look at any videos that perform well on my page. Look at them, recreate that in your same style. Don't copy it word for word. It's never going to work that way. But just copy that same kind of style, and a lot of time you'll find that things will work. Look at some other creators that you look up to and think, okay, he does good content. I want to copy that style and do that. But only go for creators that you know are actually doing good numbers. Don't just go into a creator that's doing 1K a month, copy his content style, because then you're going to have the same results as someone that's also mediocre at doing what they're doing. Make sure you look at the people that are doing the best, copy that style, and like when I say copy it, don't do it one-to-one. Don't copy exactly everything they're saying. Do your own style, make small changes, but copy that overall style and try things as you go along. So if you see, okay, that's the captions you use, learn those captions, learn how to do them for a week or 2 days or 3 days, however long it takes you to understand and adapt. And then once you've got that, move on to another style. Oh, what's something else they do? They do little jump cuts, they get rid of the dead space. Then you can move on to doing that and look at the really small things, and that's how you get the best results. From there, you have to understand metrics and optimize for watch time, because a lot of people do not understand this. Watch time is the key factor on every single platform ever to getting good views. The longer people will watch, the longer you leave people on the app, the more views the videos can get pushed on, because that's how TikTok want it to work. The longer you can get people to stay on their app, and the more conversions you can get from their app, the more money that you're going to make, because they're going to push more viewers to your video. And there's 2 ways this works. So when we talk about metrics, we aren't just talking about watch time. Watch time is what we want to optimize for, as getting those early views is going to be mainly pushed by the watch time. But other times you're going to say, oh, but Roman, I had a video with 2-second average watch time, which is shit, because you want to be aiming for anywhere from 8 to 10 seconds and upwards. You're going to say, no, but Roman, I had one with 2 seconds watch time and it did really well. Yes, that can happen, because there is another way these things works, where if you get a sale in the first 200 views of a video, the video's going to keep getting pushed, and if things keep getting bought, that video can go ultra viral, because on TikTok Shop, the way these things work is they want to optimize for conversions over everything. But the reason why we optimize for watch time over conversions is because when we optimize for conversions, when you post a video, you only get pushed to 200 people. And if one person out of those 200 people do not buy a product, which, trust me, it doesn't happens very, very often in this day to get a sale every 200 views. It's so rare that when you get that, you're going to be posting about 20 videos before you get one guy to buy one product off of one of those 20 videos. And that's when one of them's going to get pushed. And in that case, you're just relying on luck. You're relying on luck that someone sees it, that wants a product and wants to buy it, and it hitting the right audience. But what we're doing with the optimizing for watch time is we know our videos are still going to get pushed to 200 viewers, but because of the watch time being so good, it's likely going to get pushed to 2, 3, 4, 5,000. And then you've got a bigger pool of people that are likely going to buy the product, which then you can convert to. But obviously, when you do into conversions, when you're doing these videos, don't just optimize strictly for watch time. Optimize for watch time in the first 10 to 15 seconds, then start showing the product, showing the pain points that it fixes. And make sure when you do make these videos, you need to make sure that your hook is a pain point that a product can solve. So let me explain this for you. For example, really, really hot in the UK right now. So your hook would be being about sweaty in the UK and yet you stink, for example. It's interesting, it's a bit intriguing, obviously it's complete basics, and you can fix that with the fan because it cools them down. So what you want to do is make sure your hook's entertaining, doesn't look like a selling video, but also the product that you're going to introduce after 10 to 15 seconds in the video is the fixer for the problem that you showed in the hook. Simple as that. Really simple stuff. And then, like I say, that's the main pusher for views. It's going to be watch time. Anyone that tells you it's not doesn't have a clue what they're on about. And if they do, they're optimizing for luck and not optimizing for watch time and an actual large pool of people coming in to buy the products. And people do very well, but their volume of post is a lot higher because they are narrowing down that pool. So the conversions on the person's video that doesn't optimize for watch time may be very good because simply they don't really care. All they care about is pushing out as much volume as they possibly can, knowing that 1 out of 20 posts, someone's going to buy it, one of the videos will blow up, and then it gets pushed. But we're optimizing to get all our videos as many views as possible so we can optimize for the most consistent results, if you know what I mean. So using a normal tone of voice, like for example, the way I'm talking in this Loom video right now, I don't sound like I'm talking to the bank. I'll chuck a couple of swear words in there here and there because listen, I'm not trying to treat you like a robot. You're a human, and that's the same way people want to be treated on a TikTok Shop video. It's going to feel humanized, it's going to feel more real, and people are more likely going to buy a product off you if you don't sound like a robot. So stop talking like you're talking to the bank, like your mum's on the phone to the bank. Literally, just talk like a normal human to human being conversation, just like you're talking to your mates on a FaceTime, and trust me, it will work so much better for conversions. If something works, do it again and again and again and again. So, for example, let's say you get a winning product. So you've been trying for 5-6 weeks, you're testing the viral products, and you're going for the products that the other good creators are selling. And that's the main thing you need to look at as well, is always sell the products that the other good creators are selling. That way you have a much higher chance at doing well because these guys have been doing it for a longer period of time, and they know what's going to work well. So whatever they're selling, likely is going to sell decent for you as well. But make sure you don't get yourself into something really saturated and don't buy the products that went viral 6 months ago because they don't. Things come in 2-week, 3-week cycles and then they're off of the bandwagon again and then they blow back up again in 6 months' time. So make sure when you're doing these products, they're recent. So you look at the people's content, you go, okay, this is a new product he's selling. He's only just bought it this week. I need to buy it as fast as I can. Amazon next day delivery. Boom. That is what you need and that's how you're going to get your products in quick and go from there. But if something works, do it again and again and again. So if a product works, post it again and again and again and again. If a video structure works, do it again and again and again and again. And that way you push yourself to the higher level and then you've got your content style. And then from there, people will start recognizing you for who you are, faceless or face, and then you can push more views out that way. Sorry about that. But ask for retainers when you've made a brand good GMV. So for example, if you're working with a brand and you do them £3,000, £4,000, £5,000 GMV in a month, likelihood is they want you to be an affiliate for their brand full time. Because listen, they need you. These brands don't make content themselves, so they need affiliates like you that have done good numbers, and they want to keep you there and keep you posting as many posts as possible. So what you want to do is and say, listen, okay, brand, I've made 5k GMV for this month. Would you be open to me offering me a retainer for £300 for 20 videos? And that's just getting your foot in the door. Once you start making more money for the brand, then you can charge stupid amounts of money. I know some people that charge anywhere upwards of £150 a video, which takes 5 to 6 minutes to make. Really simple stuff. Once you get good results for a brand, make sure you're asking for a retainer because I promise you it's going to help you out massively in the long run. Don't sell expensive products unless you're live. £99, £50, £60, £70. Save those for the live because you can show exactly how they work there and then, and people are more likely to buy them when they're on a sale on a live. Listen, the average order value for a TikTok Shop product is £17. So that's the highest price point or the perfect price point for a product to make the most amount of money and not lose the most amount, and still get yourself a good commission. It's £17. So any products above that price point, like £20, £25, yeah, go ahead, go for it. £30 at the very top, I'd say. Don't go any harder than that, because realistically, you're going to be looking at like getting 10,000 views and making a sale because the product price is just way too high. Remember, people are on TikTok to be entertained, not to be sold to. So they're not going to try and buy something that they've got to think about. The whole point about TikTok is impulse buys. They want to see it, they want to buy it, they want to care about the amount of money because it's such a small amount. Anything more than that, £30, £40, you get into those ranges where it is a bit more expensive. Only do it on live videos, otherwise it's not going to work. Don't use free samples unless you need to. So if you want something off a free sample, I'm not saying, oh, you want some fish oils or you want some vitamin D, get them for yourself, make a quick video and go ahead and do that. But if you're doing it to make a profit, a lot of the time you're not going to do it because the products you get on free samples, a lot of the time, they're going to be in and out. And by the time they get delivered to your house, they're already out of season and they're already out of the kind of eyes that they need to be a winning product. And to be honest with you, you need to be on stuff really quickly. Speed is so king in TikTok Shop. Get your products, get them in, sell them straight away, move on to the next product 2 weeks after, because that's the way the app works and the way it's continually going to work because there's new brands being rushed through the door all the time, and these products aren't going to get pushed unless they're already doing well from other affiliates that are pushing them. So make sure you look at the accounts, like I said beforehand, looking at the affiliates that are doing well, replicate the products that they're doing, and get them on as fast as you can. And the last simple one that I've told you about before is relate the start of your video to a pain point the product fixes. Really simple stuff. That's an exact strategy you can use to get to at least 2K a month. If you have any questions, jump on my free Discord. I'll link it down below, or just drop me a question in the comments. Simple stuff.